Have you ever felt more alone? The moment you started becoming more yourself. Inner growth is often romanticized, portrayed as light, joy, deeper connection. But the reality is sometimes different. Growth can feel like you are unplugged from the world you belong. And here is the question: what if this isolation from the world you belong to is not a breakdown, but is actually a breakthrough? I remember when I first began going deeper into my studies and spiritual practices, friends that I had known for years, even decades, suddenly felt like strangers. Conversations that once I was so excited about and lit me up started to feel very empty and shallow and hollow. At first, I thought something was wrong with me. I'm sure my friends thought that too. Why I didn't fit anymore. But slowly I realized I wasn't broken, I was changing. My inner frequency had shifted, and the gap between who I was and who I was becoming, that was actually a real sign of transformation. That brings us to an insight. Growth feels isolating because you are outgrowing old patterns. We expect growth to feel expansive, joyful, and liberating. And sometimes it does feel like that. But often, the first sign of true transformation is inner discomfort. What we call loneliness is often just the nervous system detoxing and letting go of all the noise of the world. The space is not void, it's full with your becoming. Another insight I want to share is you are not alone. It is the quiet disconnection from what seemed familiar. Safety of the familiar is the conversations, friendships, and even goals that no longer fit our lives, not because we are lost, because we are becoming new. That leads us to the insight that spiritual solitude is not absence of something. It's the presence of everything you want intensified. I'll never forget walking to the back streets of Kyoto a couple of decades ago after reading a retreat. I was alone, but I wasn't lonely. I was empty in a very deeply sacred way. In yogic and Buddhist tradition, this is known as the hermit phase, the forest dwelling stage, or the antarmauna, the inner silence. Even neuroscience confirms it. Solitude activates the default mode network of our brain, the part of the brain linked to introspection, self realization, and memory integration. You are in a rare company. Every seeker, every mistake, and healer has walked through this gate. Buddha under the Bodhi tree, Christ in the desert, Mirabai in exile. So you are not being punished, you are being initiated. But initiation is rarely understood while it's happening. Not everybody will get you, and that's okay. Growth is not a group project usually. But if you can sit in this space without rushing it, without explaining it away, you emerge radiant, real, and rerouted truly in your inner self. So if you're feeling the ache of becoming, if your silence feels misunderstood, if the people around you no longer feel like your people, just pause. This is not exile. This is evolution. The soul sheds its skin slowly. And in that rawness, there is a special grace. As the Vedas remind us, the self is not attained by the weak. So you are one of those who are not weak. You are being woken up. Let your solitude be sacred. And in that spirit, I want to leave you with some contemplations to help you integrate this. Can I see my loneliness not as lack, but as preparation for deeper inner alignment? What am I being invited to let go of? And what new energy is trying to take root in me? Who or what am I becoming quietly in absence of validation? And my favorite one, realize it is your sacred time. Take a breath, take a moment, so savor it completely and let it become who you are. If this touched something inside you, follow me on Instagram so we can keep this conversation going.